Good evening, vinyl community. North Carolina vinyl picker here. Got the Saturday night show, and I want to show you some vinyl finds that I found during the week. And I'm also going to go over my top 10 grails that I want to get this year in 2022. And then make an announcement at the end of the show. So stay to the end, and I'm going to let you know what the announcement's going to be. And if you like my videos, click and subscribe. And let's go get on with the vinyl finds. The first ones here are some 45s that I found. Everybody here in the vinyl community, or most people, know who Timothy B. Schmidt is. Timothy B. Schmidt is the bass player for Poco, and he's with the Eagles, and they're on tour again this year, but it's out of my price range. But yeah. So Timothy B. Schmidt. I didn't know he even made a solo album. But Classics 4. Traces. Found this 45. It's in nice shape. It's a good old song. Carly Simon. No One Does It Better. Oh, a couple nice 45s there, and picked up some CDs as well. Anya, and The Winter Came, a little early or a little bit late for Christmas, but that's a nice CD if you can find that one. Sarah Brightman, A Whiter Shade of Pale, Question of Honor. A Whiter Shade of Pale being the Procol Harum song. She does a great version of that. Lorena Mckinnick. Lorena Mckinnick is she sings Celtic music. And actually I found 2 copies of that. They were $1 a piece. Craig Chiquiso, Acoustic Planet, an older new age music. He also was in Jefferson Starship. Excellent music. Otmar Lieber, Luna Negra, flamenco guitarist, jazzy, new agey, world music, all the above. Excellent artist to get into. If you can find his CDs, usually you can find these at Goodwill for $1, and they're awesome. All his CDs are really good, as well as the other ones I showed. A lot of good things in the Goodwill for $1. Captain Fingers, Lee Ritenour. Here's some jazz pickups that I found at a antique mall. And these were all $5 a piece. Lee Ritenour is an awesome guitar player. Here we go with the Jeff Lorber Fusion Band. Bee Gees. This is their album ESP. It's a promo. It's not a white label promo, but it's a promo. It's one of their later albums after the disco era. So this would have been 87, towards the end of their career. Pete Bardens, Speed of Light. Pete Bardens was the original keyboardist for Camel. He made some solo records after he departed Camel, and he has since passed away. My favorite Camel albums are the ones with Pete Bardens playing. He left after Breathless, the album Breathless. Stanley Jordan, we talked about him a few weeks ago. An outstanding guitarist. He's on the Blue Note label. Very underrated guitarist, in my opinion. Stanley Jordan. He has some really, really good stuff. Stanley Clarke, School Days. There's a lot of people on this record. You got David Sanchez playing synthesizer, and a host of other people: Billy Cobham, George Duke, Steve Gadd, John McLaughlin, Milton Howland, Jerry Brown. Bunch of people on this record. Excellent, excellent stuff. Stanley Clarke. Stanley Clarke, another album, Journey to Love. Another copy of Victory to See. This one's not a gatefold. I'm not sure I had this one, but when I put it into Discogs, I'll find out if I do or I don't. But I think I showed all my Victory at Sea albums. I think I was up to like 20 some, 23, 24 copies with different covers. I have this cover here, but I don't believe I have it on gatefold. I have to check. I was glad to find it at a antique mall for 99 cents. And this album here, I saved this one for last. This album's called Dead or Alive, Something in My House. And I found this at a antique mall, and it was with a bunch of other records, but like Jim Neighbors and Mantovani and all these different stuff, and then this was stuck in the middle. I'm like, what the heck is this doing in there? And what is it? If anybody out there in the vinyl community know what this is, please inform me. Let me know what this is all about. I haven't even looked it up on Wikipedia yet or anything. It definitely looks like it's, 86. It's definitely 86. It may be goth music, as far as I know. Looks pretty cool. For $1 or 50 cents, whatever it was, I picked it up. These are some pickups I got from the Big A. Love Supreme, live in Seattle, John Coltrane. Looking forward to listening to this. I'm going to put this on tonight. I got this along with my outer sleeves. Every time I order my outer sleeves, I get a CD, and that way I don't have to pay the postage. The postage man. Seen this one on eBay, and Anderson Bruford Wakeman Howe. It's called Quartet. It's a promo 45. Then I picked this album up yesterday. Went to Hickory and went to Barnes and Nobles, and they had lots and lots of brand new records there. I was really surprised at how many they had, and the prices were pretty good for new vinyl. And there's Miles, my first Miles Davis LP. I have one other Miles Davis CD, Kind of Blue, and a Miles and Coltrane, but this is my first vinyl album. So my final finds, the vinyl finds that I'd like to find this year, my top 10 grails, that would be, if anybody out there wants to give me some VCLT or send me a gift or anything like that, I'm accepting all those, all the above. Top 10 for the year be McDonald and Giles. That's pre-King Crimson. Rodders Club. I like to get the Rodders Club. That's Hatfield in the North album. Thirds, Better Late Than Never. That would be a nice one to get. Con, Space Shanty. Why Can't Tori Read by Tori Amos, her first album. I like to get that in the as a OG, not the one they re-released. Journey to the Center of the Eye, Nectar, their first album. The Kick Inside, the Canadian version with different cover on it. Looks like Kate with doing like a Vogue pose. Two Sides of Peter Banks. Peter Banks, the lead the guitarist for Yes. I've been talking about him for the past couple weeks. Peter Banks did an album with Steve Hackett and Phil Collins and some other people. I think even Ian McDonald is on it. Two Sides with Peter Banks. It's a great album. I got it coming in the mail, actually, so I can take that one off my list. What else have I got on here? Tomorrow, Steve Howe's original band, one of his original bands. That'd be nice to get if I could find that album. That's hard to find and it's expensive. An album that Bill Bruford is on. Name of the group was called Absolutely Elsewhere, In Search of Ancient Gods. I had that album back in the day. It used to be one you could find in a bargain bin, but I haven't, in the last 3 or 4 years that I've been recollecting vinyl, I've never seen it. So it's like a gold cover, and it's got like a picture of an old wizard on the front or something. And those are my top 10 grails for the year. If I can find those albums, I don't want them on CD. I'd rather like to have them. I like to have them on vinyl if I can find them. Take a little drink. This Tuesday night, I want to do the thread 35 essential albums. Ron Bouldry did 35 essential albums, so I thought I would go ahead and do 35 of my own and show 35 albums that you must have in your collection. So that's one person's opinion. That was Ron's opinion. This will be my opinion. And I welcome all input from that, adding or subtracting out records that I have in there. And I plan on getting out this week and doing some thrifting. It's been a few days since I've been out doing that. Been busy doing other things. So found this book at Barnes and Nobles as well. Yeah, Glenn Calloway showed this book the other day on his stream or his video, and he said he got it at Barnes and Noble. So I hustled right over there yesterday and got my copy, the last one they had. It's from Prog Magazine. They put out some specials. Most of these interviews that are in here have all been in Prog Magazine. I've read some of them before, come to find out, because I subscribe to Prog Magazine. But it's nice to have it all in a hardback booklet. It's a little pricey, $20. It's just a magazine for $20, so that was a little bit on the pricey side. And then I got the Miles Davis album while I was there as well. So you all have a good rest of your evening. It's Sunday night. My show's a little late this weekend. I was busy yesterday with relatives and stuff, going out to eat and whatnot. And I got tired when I got home, so I'm doing the show tonight. And there's a lot of people out there watching the football. I don't partake in football. It's been 5 years since I stopped watching the NFL. But you all have a great rest of your evening, and we'll be talking to you soon. I'll see you on Tuesday night for the show, and we're going to talk about my 35 essential records to have in your collection. So y'all have a good rest of your evening, and enjoy the rest of your evening, your weekend, and we'll be seeing you on Tuesday night. Talk to you there.